Now I got the giggles.
Yeah,
now I'm getting the giggles. All right. My name is Katherine Withey. I am a reviewer at QAI, and I'm going to talk about segregation in an organic system. So segregation in an organic system is the physical separation of organic products from non-organic products, or even materials that might not be allowed in an organic system. So segregation could apply to ingredients or to packaging. It could apply to equipment, food contact surfaces, almost anything in a facility that would come into contact with organic products. The idea of segregation is that you want to minimize contact of organic food or food contact surfaces with non-organic ingredients or materials that might be prohibited for use in an organic system. The National Organic Standards 205-272 require that an operation implement procedures to eliminate the risk of contamination or commingling of organic food products with non-organic food products or prohibited materials. There's many ways that you can prevent contamination or commingling, and segregation is one of them. So any operation that handles both organic and non-organic products needs to have a segregation system in place. The highest risk operations are those that handle the same product in both an organic and non-organic form. So for instance, somebody that packs both organic and non-organic apples, because it's hard to visually distinguish between organic and non-organic apples, that would be a high risk scenario where you would want to implement segregation procedures. So segregation can be really simple, and it can be as easy as putting a wall up between bulk organic product and bulk non-organic product, or even products that are stored in non-permeable containers. Non-permeable containers can be considered a really effective way of segregating organic and non-organic product. Sometimes it gets a little tricky or less obvious. And some of those scenarios might be, for instance, tree fruit that's stored in a controlled atmosphere. Those air systems have to be segregated from air systems for non-organic tree fruit so that the atmospheric gases or prohibited materials that might be not allowed in organic production don't contaminate the organic fruit. Another example of a type of operation that would need to have segregation systems implemented would be in grain handling. So from receiving and dump pits through transportation to the facility, and even the handling or blending of the grain, segregation systems should be set up in all of those areas. And the idea is that you don't want the non-organic grain to pose a risk of commingling with organic grain. So you can use segregation by having dedicated storage areas or using equipment cleanout procedures, purges, things like that. Segregation procedures often fall under HACCP plans or even allergen programs, hazard analysis and critical control points. So if you have a HACCP plan or an allergen program in place, then you likely have a segregation system already set up. If you don't have HACCP or allergen systems, you just have to look at your flow of your products and identify the points where there might be a risk of contamination or commingling. And at those points, that's where you would want to implement that segregation system.